This is AMRA claim Perlot. Perlot is located about 15 miles south of Groveland, California, in the South Motherlode. We gave this claim its name after John Nicolas Perlot, a Belgian immigrant who came here in 1851, spent 7 years chronicling his life as he mined in this particular area. This claim's got a pretty rich history. It's the location of the oldest stamp mill in the state of California, and unfortunately for these guys, they built the stamp mill in 1849 out of wood, with the stamps actually being made out of wood. So the stamp mill didn't last very long. There was a small community in here for a number of years, and Perlot came here in about 1852 and lived here for several years. This is the creek bed at the bottom of the claim, just below the road. It's about 100 yards to walk from the road down to this lower section of the creek. Just below this area, there is a spring that feeds water to it year-round. So there's many different methods that can be used. The problem with this claim right now is that with spring and with all the growth, it is really brushy, and there's an awful lot of poison oak. In 1851, there were about 20 miners living in this canyon here, and there's an awful lot of remnants that if one really goes and digs, you can find evidence of that. We found some old foundations of structures, basically stacked rock in the formation of a square, which was probably the foundation. It's a pretty good area to metal detect. The claim's got pretty good gold. Perlot, back in 1853, when he was mining in here, he was averaging between 1 and 3 ounces by using a pick, pan, and a shovel. So it's got pretty good gold. There's a lot of flats in here that we've identified that the old-timers didn't work, and that's the areas that we've kind of focused on. Like I say, it's pretty grown over, so digging in here, there's an awful lot of roots, and it is pretty hard to dig. Perlot's one of our smallest claims at just 20 acres, but it's in a prime location. The area's got a rich history, and there was an awful lot of gold found here. I'm sure that there's a lot of gold left here because we have found benches just above the creek that we can tell that the old-timers never worked. Digging's pretty hard because there's an awful lot of trees, which means a lot of roots. Just recently we were in here with a metal detector on the claim, and we found an old oak tree with a little cavern at the base of it. Metal detecting inside that tree, we did find a nice little gold nugget, so apparently they had hid some of their gold inside these trees back in the 1850s. Not a lot can be seen from the video here because it's so brushy. It's got good gravels, and bedrock's only a couple of feet down. Like with all AMRA claims, we ask that you leave the claim cleaner when you leave than when you arrived. AmericanMiningRights.com